Hi everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Paperback Adventures, and yeah, I am using the core box and then also the Ex Machina character box. I start with 20 health. I'm not playing on easy, so we'll see how that goes. And the sludge alien is going to be my book 1 lackey. The boss is going to be the nameless agent. When you set up the boss or the enemy, you look at the enemy vowel, which is you in this case for the sludge alien. So you grab this card out of the enemy vowel deck. And then you also grab yourself a wild card, which you can use on your turn, but if you don't use it, gain an energy at the end of the turn. So going over my character board, I did tell you about my health, which is this pink tracker. I also will get boons, which is the yellow tracker, hexes, which is the purple one, and energy, which is the blue one. Energy will be spent to use my 2 core cards I start the game with and my starter item card as well. So the cost is here. And then there are abilities I'll be able to use once per turn. The enemy board will have their own trackers for health. So Sludge Alien starts with 10. It starts with 0 boons and hexes, and we use the energy icon. The energy token actually doesn't need to be tracked for the enemies, so it's being used to track the abilities that will be cycled through each turn. In yellow, there are special notes to be made for each of the enemies or bosses. So you do want to make sure you read the cards so that you're aware of how it changes the game for you. You'll notice that there are stages. So stage 1 is here. We start on stage 1, and once it hits 0 HP, you flip it over. It essentially becomes stunned. It doesn't do its ability. And then you'll have to try to take out stage 2, which requires, in this case, 12 HP damage. And then after you defeat the lackey, which is the sludge alien, we'll have to try to defeat the nameless agent, which also will have 2 stages to it. After defeating the enemy and then the boss, you'll get reward cards. And these are double-sided, so you do get to choose which side you want to carry out for your reward, which is pretty cool. So you have some choices there. You're supposed to keep them on the side somewhere, so I guess you can see it, but I'm just going to keep it hidden, save more space on my table. Top left, we have the archive. So this card will tell you kind of where to put all your decks. But starting with the top left, we have the MacGuffins, and these you draw from the bottom. And then when you choose them, they're actually double-sided. When you draw them from the bottom of the deck, you get to choose which side you get to place in your play area as the active side, and you don't get to change your mind later, just so you know. Under that, we have the boss MacGuffins. These are 9 cards that have this look and feel to it. They will, I guess, eventually become available to you. In my learning games, I did not end up drawing these, but they look to give you some positive things to do in the game. Right next to the boss MacGuffins, we have the item deck. They're similar looking to this. They have a cost on the top right and an ability on the bottom, and there are some opportunities to gain new items or buy new items. Right next to it here is the penalty deck. There are 7 cards. They have this kind of red background on it, and they're not great. They tend to kind of slow you down in a way, and they have some bad abilities if you fulfill some of this. So they keep the game interesting. I'll shuffle that up. And then right on top, we have the library. So these are 50 letter cards. And these cards will be used to basically make the words from your hand. And hopefully I'll get the chance to go through some of these letter cards in my game. But this is the library. And there are some things that allow you to draw from the library. I do want to mention the shop. So the shop is something you set up at the beginning of the game. I have it kind of off screen here, so you can't see it, but I'll show you in the rulebook what that looks like. So that looks like this. It's a 3x3 setup. You have 3 of the items at the top. You have to the on the second row to the left, you have a MacGuffin cards. and then also to the right you have that. And then on the bottom row you have 3 library cards that you can also buy. And the cost is all on the shop card. And yeah, that doesn't happen very often. You get to shop basically after you defeat an enemy. And it'll be important to try to get boons so that you can spend the boons at the shop, because that's the currency that you use. And finally, I'll talk about the starting deck. You get 10 cards in your starting deck, and you get to figure out which ones those are by this icon. So those 10 cards will have these icons, the arrow to the right icon, and you'll want to make sure that all the cards in your library and your starting deck all say UPG, which is, I guess, short for upgrade. Basically, these cards are double-sided, and the other side says upgraded. You'll get an opportunity to upgrade your cards, typically in rewards. So just make sure you don't start with any upgraded cards, because you're basically supposed to start on the not upgraded side. So I'll shuffle this deck. It's 10 cards, and we'll get started. Your starting hand will be 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to place my deck here, and we'll see what we get. So looking at your letter cards, you're basically going to create a word. And I'm going by the Webster dictionary. If I were to create anything that I'm unsure about, that's what I will reference. But yeah, you'll notice there's some icons on these cards. I'll look at this letter N. We have a left side and a right side and an ability. So when you when you come up with your word, let's see, maybe we'll just do something easy here. I don't think this is a word, but if I use the wild card, I could use it to make the word learn. Splaying is a interesting concept in this game. You could spell the word learn this way using the left side of the card, so it's splayed left, and you'll gain these icons on your turn. Or you could build them this way and splay it to the right, and you'll only focus on the icons on the right, so you'll gain these icons on the right side of each card. But I think the thing that really helps you determine like how to display it would be the top card. So it is the top visible card that you end up getting to use on your turn. So during the clash phase, you use the top card ability. So if we splayed it to the right now we would have Metal Shell, gain 1 boon. If we splayed it the other way, which is with N on top essentially, it says you heal 2. That's your top card ability you get to use. Okay, so it does matter which way you splay your cards regarding the icons, and then also when you determine which card ability you use on your turn. So in this case, I think I will go ahead and do this splay, which is splaying to the right. Put it down here. In the prep phase, you basically draw your 4 cards. You plan what word you want to use. And if you have any energy to spend, you could use your items. I don't have any energy to spend. I'm at 0. You start at 0. So we're done with the prep step. In the clash phase, you use the top card ability. So my word is learn. My top card is Metal Shell. Gain 1 boon. Metal Shell says if the bottom card is a consonant, gain the listed bonus. Bottom card can be a wild. So N is the bottom card, so that means it is a consonant. So that means I can gain 1 boon. So I'll go ahead and move this tracker up 1. So after the top card, you gain your icons. You gain attack, you gain shield, you gain energy. The attack is this red icon here with the sword. So I have 1, 2, 3 attack. I get to do damage to the enemy, moving this health tracker down 3 spots. So it's at 7 out of 10 HP. As for shields, I don't have any shield icons on the right of these cards. As for energies, I have 1, 2, 3. So I get to move my energy tracker 3 spaces, which means I'm at 3 energy. Now, we perform the enemy action. So the enemy action is whatever it says next to the blue tracker. This one says, I give 2 hexes and add a penalty card to your discard pile. So I gain 2 hexes, which is not good. 1, 2. So the purple tracker is moved 2. And then I have to draw a penalty card into my discard pile. So I have the letter J. And it says, if this is in your hand at the end of your turn, you lose 1 HP. So hopefully that won't be the case when I draw it. After that, I could use my blocks if it was attacking, but I don't have any shields and it was not attacking me. And now we go to the cleanup phase. We fatigue. We always fatigue the first card, or the top card, the one that you used the ability on. So I use the ability Metal Shell on this letter L card. So it goes fatigued. I'm going to fatigue it like this and just put it here to track that is fatigued. The rest of my cards, except the wild card or the enemy vowel, they never go into your discard. I'm going to put these into discard. And then it said advanced enemy action. So that next turn is going to do toxic waste. Alright, so that was a whole round. It's very fast paced. But as you can see, my deck didn't really grow too much. I gained 1 penalty card, which is not great, but it's part of the deck building process. Alright, starting the next round, we prep. So that means you draw cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can plan your word and use items. So I had 3 energy, which means I could potentially use any of these items. Rocket Punch would give me 2 attack and 2 shield for this turn. I don't think I'll do that this turn. I'm going to probably play it safe. So looking at my cards, I have A, which has Reflect, gain 1 energy. You lose 1 HP and draw 2 more cards next hand. I like the W. I always like this one. Drawing more cards is always helpful. Shields down, which means giving the noted amount, which is 2 hexes to the enemy, and if the enemy attacks back, their attack gets buffed by that amount, which is not always great. And then this says move a card from your fatigue pile to your discard pile. So right now that's just the letter L. I don't know about needing to do that. Let's see what word I want to use. So I can see that the sludge alien has the ability I block 2 and I deal 1 damage for every hex on me. So it's going to block 2 damage no matter what. And I get to deal 1, it gets to deal 1 damage for every hex on me, which I have to use. I'll take 2 damage. But I think I'm okay taking the damage. I'm going to do the word was. And before I do that, I'm also going to use items. I'm going to spend 3, which puts me down to 0 energy. I'm going to tilt it like this just to notate that I've used it, but I'm going to gain 2 attack and 2 shields this turn. So that's what I'm doing with Rocket Punch. Now we'll do the clash. I'll do the top card. I'll lose 1 HP and draw 2 more cards next hand. So I'll have to remember that, down to 19 health. And then we'll look at the icons. I get 4 attack plus the 2 from Rocket Punch, which is 6. And I also gain 2 energies. So I'll gain 2 energy, 2. And then I can damage the enemy. So that the enemy is going to block 2 out of the 6. So it's going to take 4. So it's down to 3 health. And then it says to perform the enemy action. So it blocked the 2 during the attack, and then it deals me 2 damage, but I have 2 shields from Rocket Punch, so I don't take any damage at all. And then we go to the cleanup phase, fatigue. So we fatigue this W. We discard these cards, and also the card that I didn't end up using goes into discard. I didn't end up using my wild card, so I do gain the energy for that. And now we advance the enemy action. So back to this one. Alright, so I'll reset everything and draw my next hand. Keeping in mind, because I played this W, that lets me draw 2 more cards next hand. So I'll draw 6 cards. So I have 1, 2. Now I'll shuffle up my discard pile since my draw pile is now empty. draw 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll see what we get. Okay. Ooh, can I make something big and do a huge, some sort of attack, I guess. Maybe, let's see. So we have I'm seeing roast, but then the E, I'm not sure what to do with that. Maybe I just won't use it. So if we do that, I think we'll be good. But I think I want to splay it to the right and do it like this. And then the R will give the enemy 2 hexes. First I'm going to spend 3 energy to use my rocket punch. Gain 2 attack and 2 shield. Okay. Alright, so we'll get into the clash phase. I'm going to use the top card ability, give 2 hexes. So it's going to have 2 hexes. And then I gain my items or icons here. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack. And it does not block any of it. So it's going to take 3, which takes it down to 0. And it's going to take 4 more because leftover damage does make it through. So it starts at 12 HP, minus 4 is 8. And when the sludge alien is stunned, the action it does is actually deal 5 damage. So it will deal me 5 damage. I have a total of 3 shield, so it's 1 plus the 2 from rocket punch. So that means it's going to deal me 2. I'll go down 2. So I'm at 17. I gain 1, 2, 3 energies. So I'm at 3. And because I didn't use a wild, I gain 1 more. So that puts me at 4. And now we go into the cleanup phase. We discard, we fatigue the R. Put that here. Discard everything else that we either used or didn't use. And typically you would advance the enemy action, but since we stunned and flipped over to stage 2 for the sludge alien, it actually just stays where it is. You don't move that enemy action tracker. Okay, so that was the round. Reset everything. I draw 4. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 cards. And I get to shuffle these at the best I could. I hate shuffling cards that are like not many. Alright. Draw my last card from my hand. And I have, ooh, the penalty card. So this says if this is in your hand at the end of your turn, you lose 1 HP. So I want to try to use this. If possible. So might need to use the wild in this, but let's see. The letter J is difficult to use. I guess that's why it's a penalty card. Let's see. I will I'm not finding any good words to do here with the J. I'm guessing J should probably be first. So we can do, I guess, like a word like jet with the wild card for the T, but I'm really not going to get too much out of it. I guess I will. Is June a word? I know it's a month, but I don't know if it's an actual word. Let's see. This is the hard part. Alright, so I looked it up. June is just a month, it's not a word. So I think in this case, I might use Reboot Switch. I'll spend a boon and discard as many cards as I want and then draw a card for each card I discarded, plus an additional card. I'm just going to discard this J. And so I'll draw 2 cards. This is a little bit better for sure. So we have an ED. Maybe we could do a big attack with this. So yeah, I don't want to try to splay it to the right, so I get some attacks in here. I just need to do 8 more hits, and I could use my energy to use Rocket Punch. So Reboot Switch goes down. I needed to spend this, so let me spend it for Reboot Switch. Okay. There's the word ends, which I think would be good. I'm not going to use the O. I'll do ends, and I'll do my item card. So spending 3 energy, so it puts me at 1 to gain 2 attack and 2 shields. So with that, I will do the top card ability, gain 1 boon, give 1 hex. So it's at 3 hexes. And then I will do my attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's down to 2. And then I'll also gain my energy. So it's 2. Alright. Perform enemy action. It gives me 4 hexes, so I'm at 6. And then I'll gain 1 for not using the wild card, 1 energy, so I'm at 4. I'll fatigue the E, discard the rest, advance the enemy action. So this next round is going to block 2 and deal me 1 damage for every hex on me, which will be 6. So I'm gonna definitely want to try to guard that. Alright, reset these cards. I'm going to draw 4. 1, 2. Shuffling my discard pile. 3, 4. Okay. Ooh, I can make the word TANS with this. TANS. And I actually have enough attack to kill it. So let's do that. Then it won't even do its ability on me because I would have killed it first. So I'm going to do the word TANS. And although I'm not going to use the actual cover, the top card ability, because it says if you have 4 shield or more, gain 4. I don't have any shield. I won't have any this turn, so it's not going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to do my attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is dead. Alright. So that is basically the end of this like kind of part of the game. I defeated the enemy, and now we get to do kind of the really the cleanup of the round, I guess. And when you do that, you basically collect your cards. And you get to remove your enemy vowel because it's going to be a different one. You're going to reset the tokens, and let me confirm which ones we need to reset. Okay, so it says under character development, which is I guess the phase we're in because we defeated the lackey. We reset the hex counter and energy counter on my character tray back to 0. So that's actually going to be the purple and the blue. reset back to 0. And then we leave the health and the boons alone. And it says remove the enemy card from play and reset all counters on the enemy tray to 0. Okay. Okay, removing the enemy card. And then we have the boss left, but we do want to do the rewards now. So get the rewards card for the sludge alien. Take a look at both sides, see which one you might want to do most. So that's this one, and then this side. So basically the MacGuffin is probably valuable, I think. So I think I'm gonna get the MacGuffin. So I'll choose this side of the reward. So I'll draw 2 cards from the library and choose 1 to replace a card in my deck. So 2 cards, 1, 2. I get to choose 1 to replace. It was a little difficult to get boons, so I think the B is more reliable. So I'm going to take the B. The card you don't choose goes on the bottom of the deck. And let's see which card I want to remove. I think... And just so you know, I do have a penalty card, but you actually can't replace the penalty card when you get the opportunity to replace a card in your deck. It has to be a non-penalty card. I am struggling. I think I will replace the letter L. I think. I don't think so. That gives me boon. Maybe the letter W I'll replace. So I'll remove that and add the B in. Alright. Next, it says draw a random MacGuffin. And then I choose a side. So I'll draw from the bottom of the deck. So I get to choose between Archaeology Guide, which says the first time each battle you take any amount of damage, draw 2 more cards next hand. That's pretty neat. The other side says Magic Pearl. At the start of every battle, draw 1 additional card. That is pretty cool. I'm gonna do the Magic Pearl. So I'll put that here. Hopefully I'll remember. And then lastly, it says upgrade a card in your deck. So let's look more closely at my deck. Obviously I can't upgrade my penalty card, so I'll just take that out for now. But let's see. Is there something that will let me heal? I think I like healing. Oh, the N. This will allow me to get +2 heal, so I guess that's a +4. Let's see. We'll flip that over, put it back in the sleeve, and yeah. The letter N says you heal 4. I think there's a safe bet. So I've done that. I completed all my rewards for the sludge alien. I'm going to shuffle my deck. And then we'll set up the boss. Moving the health tracker to match the 12, which is stated on the card here. Here we go. All right. So I think we're ready to start. We draw 4 cards. 1, 2. Oh wait, do we want to go shopping? I only have 1 boon. It might be useful to shop. So if you were to shop, how that works is I showed you that kind of spread before during the setup. You kind of have this 3x3, and so I have that all here on the side. But with 1 of the boons, I could buy 1 letter. And the letters I have to buy, that are available to buy, are E, W, X. And it actually replaces a card in your deck. It doesn't get added. It replaces it. So I think actually, I will spend the 1 boon to buy the letter W. Put that there. Replace it from the library. And then I'll remove a card. So W. I guess it's good that I removed the W before. Let's see what else I might want to remove. maybe the letter A. No, the A is useful though. I have to really think about like the usefulness of some of these cards too. L maybe? Yeah, I'll choose to remove L and add in the W. Cool, there we go. That was shopping. Okay, shuffled up, draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to get the enemy vowel, which is the letter E. Let's grab that. So we get to use the letter E. And let's see what we got in our hand. Ooh, so we have DNAE. So I think we could do the word Dean. Looking at the nameless agent's ability this turn, it says I deal 2 damage, so it would be good to have some shields. But I could get shields from the rocket punch, so... Oh, I don't have any energy yet. That changes things. But I think I have the luxury of taking some damage right now, so I think I will do Dean, but then the D is not useful right now. Ugh, decisions. Unless I make a different word. Oh gosh. Could you do the word end or and? Yeah, I'll do the word and I won't use the E. So let's look at the top card, which is Reflect, gain 1. So it says, if the enemy is attacking, gain the listed bonus for each excess block you have higher than their damage. But I only have 1 block, 2. Yeah, I don't have excess, so I'm not going to gain energy if I use it. Is that the right move here? Maybe I'll just do the word need, or man, I don't know why this is so tough. Maybe I'll do the word den and just do, maybe I'll just do the word Dean. Whatever. Alright, I heal 4. So I'm up to 20. You can't heal past your max. And then I get 4 shields and a energy because I splayed left. It's attacking me for 2. I have 4 shields, so it doesn't do anything. We fatigue the N. Discard the rest. Advance the enemy action. I wish I did some sort of attack, but yeah, it's fine. Oh, at the start of every battle, draw 1 additional card. I think I need to roll that back and see what that card would have been. It was an R. So grabbing these letters back, and kind of resetting this. So I'm at 17 here, and then the energy was here. All right, so kind of resetting that turn. Let's see. Maybe instead, I will do near. Would near work? I think so. Okay, not use the D. Could I use the D somehow? No, I'm good. So I'll do the top card, which is give 2 hexes. So I'll be at 2 hexes. And then I'll have 4 shields. It's doing me 2, so I don't take any damage. And I gain 1 energy and another energy for the wild I didn't use, so I'm at 2. And I will fatigue the R and discard the rest I didn't use. Enemy will advance. Okay, there we go. I like that turn better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the start of every battle, draw 1 additional card, so I'll do that. 5. It's a J. Ooh, okay. So the J would be useful. Jobs. Maybe I don't need the T, or it could be jots if I use the T. But it has this turn I block 5. So if I were to do any attack, it would have to be a big one. And right now it does not look to be too big. But if I had 1 more energy, that would have been great. Let's see. I will do. So if I did it like this, I would have had 2, and then it would be lose 1, gain 4, 6. That would at least just do 1. Then I could just do jots. Okay, so I think I'll do jots. I don't know if strategically this is good. I use the top card ability of O, lose 1 HP and gain 1. So I'll go down to 16. And gain 4 attack. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. It blocks 5. It takes 2. So it's down to 10. I also gain 1 energy, and I didn't use a while, so that's 2 energies that I gain. The penalty card goes back after I play it, and then the O was used as the top card, so I fatigue it, and I advance the enemy action. So now this turn is going to do 12 damage to me. I draw 5 cards, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So right away I see the word west, or we could do best, or stew. I think this turn I need to block a lot, so I think the best case scenario is stew. So I'll go ahead and do that. So top card says gain 2, which is good. If the enemy is not attacking, gain 1. It is attacking, it's dealing 12. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's dealing me 12. So I'm taking 5, which takes me down to 11. I gain 1, 2 energies plus the wild, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. This gets fatigued. Discard the cards that are in my hand. And that's the turn. This goes back up. Now this turn it will deal me 2 damage. 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more cards in my hand. 4, 5. And let's see. Let's try to do some attacking, although it's not too much. I might use laser eyes to force it to some HP. Should I do that now? So if I do neat and do it like this, I can heal 4, which is valuable. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. I'll do neat as my word. I will heal 4. Brings me to 15. I'll do 1, 2, 3 attack. Takes it down to 7. I'll gain 1, 2, and then for the wild, 3 energies. Takes me to 10. It's going to deal me 2 damage. 1, 2. Alright. That was that. I probably should have used my rocket punch to gain the 2 shields, but I didn't end up doing that. Fatigue that. Discard everything else. And then enemy action cycles. So something I forgot to look at was the Nameless Agent ability. It said wary. I start with 1 boon. Each boon on me prevents 1 hex and is then removed. So I can't remember if I gave it any hexes, so we'll just keep this here. I forget if I did this turn or not, but I'll try to remember that. All right, I have 2 cards, so I get to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And we have, ooh, we could do the word beast or beats. Let's see. This looks pretty good. So I'll do an attack, I think. And in this case, I will do the top card effect. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do Rocket Punch. I'll spend 3. 1, 2, 3 to do Rocket Punch, which gives me 2 attack and 2 damage. So I'm going to give 1 hex, but with the boon, doesn't take it. Goes away, doesn't take it. And then I'll do attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's blocking 5, so it's just taking 1. And then I will gain my energies 1, 2, 3, and then wild is 4. 11. Right. So this gets fatigued. The rest go in my discard. Okay, this cycles, and I'm gonna need a big block this turn. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my entire deck. And we could do tased or dates. Let's see. Ooh, I like this. Okay. We should block though. Alright, I'm gonna spend 3 energies. To use Rocket Punch, gain 2 attacks and 2 shields. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shields. It's dealing me 12, so I take 5. I'm at 8 health. I gain 1 energy plus the wild. Just 10 energy. Oh, shields down. What does that say for the top card? I forgot the top card ability. So shields down 2. I give this 2 hexes. But when it attacks, it does 2 more damage, so I take 2 more. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, so this gets fatigued and this goes into discard. This will cycle here. And this is not looking good. Because now I have less and less cards to use. Alright. So this is going to be my hand no matter what. And I think I'm going to do this. Date. Top card ability says move a card from your fatigue into your discard. So let's see what's here. I think the healing would be good. Let's do the N. That goes in my discard. And then the icons say 3 attack. It will take 3. Ooh, let's say I use an item. Goodness, okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I gain 2 attack and 2 shield, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 1 health? I gain 1, 2, 3 energies. And then I'm going to block the damage. This will be fatigued. Discarded. Alright, it's going to block 5 next turn. I'm going to reset these and just drop my hand, which would be these cards. And I think I'll use Laser Eyes. I'll spend 1 energy to use Laser Eyes, my core card. Spend up to 4, then the enemy loses HP according to the chart above. I'm going to do it. So it's going to do 1, 2, 3. Well, you know what? I just need 1. So I'm going to spend 1 and it'll decrease to 0, killing it. So now it's going to flip over to stage 2. and it's essentially stunned. All right. And then that's pretty much it. I think I could continue my turn and gain some stuff though. So I think here I will do neat and heal and do more attacks. So I'm gonna use rocket punch, 1, 2, 3, and do 2 attack, 2 shields. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's blocking 5. Oh, I had to put this health back, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unfortunately the attacks didn't go through. But I gain 1, 2, 3 energies. Supposed to be at 9. Oh, the top card says heal 4, so I have to heal 4. I'm at 10. Okay, that's discarded. This is fatigued. This gets discarded. Reset. This actually starts over. It doesn't block 5. It's gonna take 5. Sorry, it's gonna take 5. It's gonna be down to 11. It deals me 2 damage, which I would not have taken because of this, and it also gains 2 boons. And it says each boon on me prevents 1 hex and is then removed. That's something to note. Okay, so I did make a little dent in the nameless agent. Sorry about the misplays here, but it's a lot to think about. All right, so next round, draw cards. 3, and I'll do the word eat, I think. Could do this. Oh, it goes down. Now it blocks the 5. So what I might want to do is maybe I will do eat. I'll spend 3 energies, 1, 2, 3, to do rocket punch to gain 2. Well, no, I don't think so. But laser eyes, I should have spent 1. So I should be at 8, I think. I'm at 8 energy. Okay. Is it worth it to do laser eyes? If I did 3, I could do 4 damage. I think so. So I'm going to spend 1 energy to do laser eyes. And I get to spend up to 4, then the enemy loses HP according to the chart above. I'm going to lose 3. And that does 4 HP loss. So it's down to 7. Okay. Alright, so now during the clash phase, I'm going to do 8, like this. Not bother with anything. Gain 1 boon and give 1 hex. It will just decrease this boon to prevent the 1. And then I'll gain 3 shields, which is useless, and then gain 2 energies because I have the wild. Alright, so this gets fatigued. Now I have 2 cards left. This goes down. It blocks 5 again. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. Alright. I don't know what to do here because you don't actually get your fatigued cards back. I'm gonna end up losing, I think. But I will play it out. So I have 2 letters here. I can do the word at. And none of these are too interesting. I wouldn't be able to use either of the top cards, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think I have to forfeit at this point. There's no path to success for me. Gosh, wow, that was tough. I needed a way to get my cards back into my hand or somehow attack it faster. But that's the strategy part I'm going to be struggling with in this game. But yeah, that was my solo playthrough of Paperback Adventures, sorry, with the Ex Machina box. As a refresher, I did defeat the sludge alien, which was the book 1 lackey, and I failed to defeat stage 2 nameless agent, which is the book 1 boss. But yeah, I hope you got the gist of this game. Let me know what you think of this one. If you have any of the favorite characters, which ones those are. I do have the other two, which is Plot Hook and Damsel. So yeah, those are 2 other boxes that I still have not opened. I'm still trying to get through this game. Not having much luck winning, but it's enjoyable for sure. Alright, well, as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.